So my eyebrows are done. My eyes are already primed with concealer. I'm not gonna go too in depth into anything unless it's something new, and I literally only have like 5 new things to try, or 6 with lashes. But I've really been dying to try this foundation. So yeah, for the transitions, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Bare Necessities palette. One of the new things I have are 2 pigments from Shop Miss A, so I really want to try those. So now I'm just going to cut the crease. I'm using the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas base. For the lid, I'm going to take the A-Way Studio Loose Pigment in the shade Grail, which is like this pretty gold. And depending on how this looks, I might do like a ombre with the shade Orb, which is like the silver icy white one. So this is how it looks. I'm not sure if you could tell, but it looks a bit chunky. Like, I've never had a loose pigment, so I don't know if this is how it's supposed to look. I thought it was supposed to be like a really fine powder, but let's just see. So I'm going to take the ColourPop E3 brush, which is like a flat shader brush, and I'm going to spray it because that looks really chunky and like it's just going to fall all over the place. So I'm going to use my Rose Fizz Mist. Okay, so for the rest of the lid, I'm going to take the shade Orb for like the inner portion. And I'm going to wet my brush again. It seems like the stuff sticks better when the brush is wet. Some does still fall, but that's bound to happen. So I'm going to go back in with that outer corner shade and just tap over the edges so it doesn't look so harsh. Next is lashes. So I do have a new style of lash to try. So for mascara, I'm going to take the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. Just apply a nice little thin coat so it blends with my falsies. And then before I apply lashes, I'm going to take the A-Way Studio Buttercream Gel Liner slash Shadow in the shade Licorice, which is just a black. I did swatch it, that's why it looks like that. Okay, so like I just ordered Chinese food and they called and that's why the video cut off. So I'm gonna eat that real quick. I did finish both wings. They look really good. I'll give you my final thoughts on everything at the end, but I will most likely come back on with lashes on, and these are in the style Melissa. And I'm going to be trying their new super, well, it's kind of new. I haven't tried this one. This is their black one. This is their super strong strip lash adhesive in black. So I will come back with lashes, and I will most likely be on a full stump. Okay, so lashes are on, and these are really pretty, not too dramatic. You know, I love a dramatic lash, but I love a natural lash for when I do very minimal makeup. Do they go with this look? Probably not, because there is a lot of glitter and shimmer, but nevertheless, they're really pretty. I love that right there. Like, you just see like the top of the lash, especially like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I love it. Okay, so the last new thing that I have to try is the foundation. So I have the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Syracuse. I'm a bit concerned that this isn't my shade, and this foundation is expensive. This foundation costs $50, $49.99 on Ulta. $50. So this has to be my shade, or I will return it, exchange, whatever. Also, again, the lash glue is not clear. It is black, which I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I'll give you guys my thoughts at the end. So I'm just going to go through the prime and prep and set routine with the foundation, and then I will do the rest of my makeup off camera and give you my final thoughts on all the products. So for moisturizer, I'm taking this Olay Serum Stick. This is the B3 Vitamin C Brightening one, which looks like that. You just take it, you just take the cap off and then twist it up. So for primer, I'm going to take the No Problem Primer from Touch and Soul. You guys know this is one of my favorite primers. I just do one full pump. That's all I need. And this stuff really takes, like, makes your pores just disappear. Okay, so I let the primer sink in for a couple of minutes before I apply foundation. So now we're going to go in with foundation. And it does come with a pump, so we're going to use a sponge since this is a first impressions. After this video, maybe tomorrow, I will film a wear test. Wow, the pumps are really small on this. So we're going to do 4 pumps because it pumps out like the smallest drop. I actually think this might be a good match. Okay, so I definitely think I need more than 4 of those pumps. So we're going to do like 6 pumps on this side, and then I'll add another 2 to this side. So 1, 2. Like, you get barely anything with these pumps. So 6 pumps is definitely where, like, 6 pumps gives me the coverage that I want. But I feel like 6 pumps is like 2.5 pumps of like a regular pump, because this is like, it gives you like the smallest amount of product. So I just added another 2 pumps to this side to match the other side. So this is what the foundation looks like after I blended it out. I must say that I love the radiant look that it has. It doesn't look heavy or anything. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels really nice and lightweight. I guess my only like issue is the way the pumps come out. They come out super small. They come out like a little droplet. So for concealer, I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer in the shade C10. This is new and it is huge and the coverage is amazing. So to set anywhere I put concealer, I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Light Medium Loose Finishing Powder in number 20 and just set anywhere I put concealer. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to take the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Powder Foundation in 332 Golden Caramel, which has like a really nice yellow undertone to it. So that is the shade right there. And then I'm going to also sweep this over anywhere I put the Maybelline powder. And the only spot on my face that I let bake is my nose, because that is where I get the oiliest, is on my nose. So I'm just going to put this all over. I'm looking a bit pale, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I've already tried all the new products that I have to try, so I'm gonna finish the rest of my face off camera and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the completed look. I'm actually really impressed with how everything came out. I was super nervous about the foundation. I'm not gonna lie, I did like unscrew the cap and swatch it next to my Anastasia one, and the undertones were completely different, but somehow, some way I made it work. I mean, they weren't, the undertones were different, but the shade was very close to the Anastasia one, and that one matches me to a T. So I was super nervous. I'm like, oh my god, I just spent $50 on this freaking foundation and it's not even gonna match me. So that is why I did this video today. I was just super impatient and I was like, let me try the other few things that I have that are new. Again, this is in the shade Syracuse. The shade works for me. It is a really beautiful foundation. The finish is really nice. The only con for me is the actual pump itself. It pumps out such a small amount that you have to constantly keep pumping. Like normally for each side of my face, I take 2 full pumps. This one, I needed to use 6 pumps because it's like you go like this and it's already pumped. Like you could just move your finger just a little bit and the pump is already done. Whereas a full pump is a bit more product, but that's okay. It's not really a big deal for me. Just know the pump pumps out less product than a normal foundation pump. So it took like 6 pumps for each side, and it is very, I'm going to say it's full coverage because I don't really have that many issues with my skin and everything looks nice and covered. Like my skin looks so flawless right now. It's ridiculous. Like I think I'm obsessed with this foundation. It is probably going to become a favorite the more I use it. I do want to use it with a few other different products just to see how it works. But overall, I'm so happy that I invested in this. You guys know there are very few things that I will invest in when it comes to makeup. But I feel like when it comes to foundation, it is something that is worth investing. Don't get me wrong, the drugstore has amazing foundations. If I had to compare this to anything, I would probably compare it to maybe the NYX Born to Glow This Way. I'm gonna have to play around with other foundations and see how they work, and then I will have a better comparison. But I love a good high-end foundation. I just feel like it's worth the splurge. So again, $50. I got mine online from Ulta, and there's always a coupon. There's either a $3.50 off your entire purchase, or like 20% off. I'm not sure if the coupon applies to this. I don't remember, but that's where I got mine from. That's how much it cost, and I love the way it looks, and I'm super happy with this purchase. So super good buy. I'm super excited to do the wear test for this foundation. I want to see how long it's going to last on the skin, because I'm probably going to wash this off right now because I have to get ready for work. So then I tried the AOA Studio A+ Super Strip Lash Adhesive in black. I already have their clear one, which looks like this. I already have a backup of this, but I've never tried their black one. And I'm going to say I think they're the exact same. It's just the color difference. The black one is a bit more convenient, especially if you have winged liner like I do today. It just blends in really nicely. It dried down the same way. And I can already tell that this is going to be just like the clear one. So super good. Lash glue. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend. It's only $1.88, and it's comparable to the Kiss Lash Adhesive. So the AOA Studio Loose Pigments in Grail and Orb. I'm going to be completely honest. When you first apply Orb on its own, it looks like a duochrome type of shade. Like it has like a blue-purple shift to it. But Grail is such a beautiful gold. I love the look that I created. I love how they look together. I love how Grail looks on its own. I'm just not a big fan of the Orb shade on its own, but overall they're super pigmented. I mean, they're obviously pigmented. They're loose pigments, but this is my first pigment I've tried, and I can definitely see me getting a lot of use out of these, especially for these type of looks. I love like a two-toned shimmer look on the lid. That's kind of one of my favorite looks. And they were $1. They have different colors like red, blue, I think green, a few other colors. So you should go check them out. There was a little bit of fallout. My suggestion is to spray your brush before you dip into the actual product, because it helps the pigment stick to the brush. Also, comment down below if pigments are supposed to look that chunky, because I've never had a pigment before. But as you can see, it looks a bit on the chunky side. I always thought of loose pigments being like a much finer powder. And then I tried the AOA Studio Buttercream Gel Liner / Shadow. This is in the shade Licorice, and it's a matte. And I'm going to be completely honest, it glided on so nice. Is it the blackest black? No, but I could always put a black shadow over it. It is super creamy and super affordable again. It was really easy for me to create my wings, and it glided over the pigment really nicely. I'm obsessed, and they have different colors, so I might pick up a few other colors just to play around with some colorful looks and get a little bit more creative, but Shop Miss A is doing it. And then for the lashes in the style Melissa, I obviously am wearing them right now, and I like them. These are for more like when I do a no eyeshadow look or like a natural look. Definitely not for something this dramatic or like glam with shimmer and pigments. But overall they are really pretty. I just love them. My favorite styles currently from this line is Melissa and Jessica. These are really pretty, just not for this type of look. So that's everything new that I've tried, on my thoughts, and that brings this video to an end. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, drop a thumbs up, comment down below what you guys thought about anything that I tried. If you have any questions about anything else that I used on my face, drop them down below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you guys go. I would love to have you guys join the Rose family. On that note, I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night, wherever you guys are. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.